Hello everybody, welcome back to Buzzard-Roost. I am Buzzard. Just got finished putting up some salt and sugar. Show you, these are some of my smaller buckets. 50 pounds a piece, 50 pounds of salt, 50 pounds of sugar. And I figured I'd make a video. I seen this on another YouTube maker's. It's called Doing It Cheap, and his name's Pawpaw. He makes Pawpaw's wine, and I'm actually making my second batch right now. It'll be about 20 to 30 days before it's done. Now, I don't drink. Most people that know me know I don't drink. Now, I did sip a little bit just to get a taste of it, of the first batch I made. Alcohol, definitely taste the alcohol in it. And it's made with just regular store-bought juice. Most of them come in a half gallon. One brand would be Juicy Juice. You take your favorite juice and you follow the instructions that I'm showing you right now. This is the instructions I got from Pawpaw. Get a chance to go by, see him, leave a comment, tell him Buzzard sent you. But that's where I got it from. According to him, his family has been making it for like 80 years. Of course, 80 years ago, it wouldn't have been Juicy Juice. But things that you need something to ferment it in. I use my pantry sugar that I put in my 2-liter bottles. I had a little bit of sugar left in here. Ended up being just what I needed. Quarter teaspoon, a cup, measuring cup. You need some baker's yeast. Now you can use wine yeast, you can use any yeast you want, but in a shift situation, you're more than likely to have bread yeast, dry bread yeast. Now this that I'm going to be making today is called alcohol wash. All it is water, sugar, and yeast. So the measurements are 1 quart of your liquid, 1 cup of water, and a quarter teaspoon of yeast. And it's the same with using juice or water. Now, I'm going to try this here. And what you do is after you make this alcohol wash, you take a package of Kool-Aid. Any flavor you want, your favorite flavor, and you mix it in with it. And it gives the wine, you get that flavor of wine. So let's get to it. Now I'm just using this quart jar here. Been washed out with hot water. It doesn't have to be perfectly sterile. Now the water I'm going to use in this is the water that I make in my water machine. It's probably, I'm guessing, probably the most purest water you can get. This machine actually breaks down or redoes the what is it called? Molecular structure of water. This water here, it said that you can actually absorb it through your skin because the restructuring makes it a lot narrower. As a matter of fact, if what I read on it, it's actually narrower than what alcohol is in structure. And what I mean by that, water, regular water, is say 114 degree angle, about like that. After you run it through the machine, the angle's like this, which makes it able to absorb through your skin. Anyway, so I need 1 quart of water, and I'm hoping this water, because it actually is separates hardness. Say in other water, you can take regular water, mix like 20 drops of this in there, stir it up, let it set, and it will separate a lot of the impurities in it. So what I want to do here is take a 2-liter bottle, pour the sugar in. Oh, come on. There we go. Should have got a bigger funnel, or one with a bigger hole in it. There we go. Anyway, 1 cup of sugar, 1 quart of water, that. You want to dissolve the sugar up. Let's see if we'll let it set a little bit here and see if it's dissolved up. While that's happening. Now this is just regular baker's yeast. I get it at Sam's. You get, I can't remember if it's 1 or 2 pound packs. This is a 1 pound pack, but I think you get 2 to the when you buy it. This yeast here is over a year out of date, and it's still good. I've got about 4 more pounds of yeast, and I keep it in the freezer. That's what I've been told to do. It seems to be good. I mean, it doesn't go bad, or it hasn't gone bad yet. Let's see. Almost. That should be enough to. Then you take 1/4 teaspoon of yeast. You don't have to shake it up. The yeast will, once it gets saturated, it'll actually start blending into the water. Sometimes I shake it, sometimes I don't. The first batch I made 6 gallons. And, like I was telling you earlier, I don't drink. But my brother does. Him and his wife like wine. And they buy wine every once in a while. So I took it over to him and had them try it, see if they liked it. If they liked it, I was going to give it to them. They said it was dry. Now, I don't know nothing about wine or wine tasting. So I didn't know what dry was. And what he told me was dry means it's not sweet. And they went and got a bottle of their wine that they buy, and on the label it says sweet table wine. So my second batch, I'm going to go ahead and mix that up. My second batch, I add a little more sugar. I may have to add a little more sugar with this after it's done making for the Kool-Aid to have the sweetness to it. But anyway, so I made them a batch. I'm making another batch now. It's about 3 or 4 gallons of different flavors, and see how it turns out. And they won't have to, if they like it enough, they won't have to buy wine for a while. They can just have his brother do it for him. Anyway, you don't want to leave the lid tight, because as this yeast eats the sugar and turns it into alcohol, it also produces carbon dioxide, if I remember correctly, which builds up pressure. So let me show you here. what you want to do, I don't know if you can hear it or see it, but that lid is just, I screwed it until it stopped and then backed it off. And that sort of let the air pressure out, or let the pressure out as it builds. Anyway, I thought I'd bring this to you. Store some sugar. It'd be nice to, after a stressful day, hour, week, getting ready to go to bed, maybe sip you a little bit of wine, homemade wine. And this goes to show you that you can do it with just water. And I think Kool-Aid packs are like 20 cents a pack. So stock up on them. Not only will you be able to make Kool-Aid for the kids, you'll be able to make adult Kool-Aid for the adults. Anyway, this is Buzzard. We'll see you. Oh, I almost forgot. Only dead fish follow the flow of the stream. Don't be a dead fish. See you.